Hi there, Wendy Dennis from the Wakefield Farmers Market, doing a cooking demo from my kitchen since we can't do them live these days. Tonight, I actually was planning on trying a slow roast of summer squash, but I'll do that another time because I'm kind of hot and I feel like I just want to do a stovetop thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to saute, thinly slice and chop summer squash and oyster mushrooms from Fat Moon Mushrooms. This is from Farmer Dave's. No, this is from Kelly's. Oh, who knows? One of the produce farmers. The garlic scapes, those are from Farmer Dave's. Tatsoi was from Farmer Dave's like 3 weeks ago, and it's still fine. I'm just using up the rest, and I have a little leftover spinach from Kelly's farm. Tomato, Farmer Dave's. My basil, but from a plant that I bought from Farmer Dave's. Cheating, no seedlings here this year. My oyster mushrooms, what are you doing? Oh, just to show you, it was on a big clump. You just cut off this bottom part and then just break them apart. You know, I'm gonna cook them up, and they're so good. Oh my God. Locally grown, organically grown mushrooms, you just can't beat it. And this can go in compost. I'll be right back. Okay. And what else? Olive oil, salt and pepper, a little vinegar to brighten it up. A lot of these recipes call for lemon juice. You know, a little lemon juice to brighten it up. I have no lemons. I usually have lemons, but I don't. So I'm going to use rice vinegar, and I think that will work nicely. And do it all up. And I'm filming, so quiet. And I'm going to serve it over Dino's pasta. If you have not tried their whole wheat rigatoni, oh my God, it is so good. Yeah, so that's it. And grated cheese and whatever. And Steve's going to grill some sausages, so we're going to add sausage into the mix. If you're a vegetarian, you certainly don't need to do that. Sausages from Lilac Hedge Farm. I'll be back after I prep all this stuff and on to the next step. Hi again, not quite ready to cook, but I thought I'd take a little break here. And here's everything prepped. This is actually, I have a little notes here. This is about a half a pound of squash. A speck more. It was a speck more. Now it probably is a half pound because I've been picking at it. Yum. But actually, so what I'm going to do is probably about a quarter cup of, eighth a cup of minced garlic scape. About, what's that? Maybe, yeah, a scant cup of chopped onions. This turned out to be, I always weigh things, 2 ounces of mushrooms. This is about 3 ounces of greens, and you can use whatever kind you want. I have a mix of soy and spinach. Oh, what is this? A tomato, probably about a cup chopped, a little over. I'm going with 6 ounces of pasta. I have no idea how much salt, pepper, and rice vinegar I'll use because I haven't done that yet. But just for fun, I actually counted. So this recipe is going to be called something something with 30 leaves of basil. I actually counted. All these, chewing my squash. All these amounts are, totally flexible. I mean, I had leftover tatsoi and spinach in my fridge, so I'm using those. I always buy mushrooms because I love them. I had leftover garlic scapes from a few weeks ago. When you prepare them, I did it in 2 parts, but pretend that's still, cut this off. Don't eat this part. Too tough. I'm going to mince the rest of them. Yeah, that's about it. So, I'm waiting for sausages to be done because we're having sausage with ours, but again, you certainly don't need that, or you could, if you want soy curls or seitan or just a veggie thing, that's fine. And I'm also going to top it up with grated cheese. I'm not sure whether or not I'll add more olive oil. Who knows? I'm going to start with it to cook with, but we'll see what happens. But this is just a way to use up beautiful produce from your farmer's market, whether you're a Wakefield Farmers Market person or anywhere in the world. So I'll be back once I start cooking it, and then to see how it looks at the very end, and I might even show you it plated if I remember. If not, I'll at least take a picture, and it will all be on the Wakefield Farmers Market kitchen website, which I can never remember the URL, but wakefieldfarmersmarket.org, and in the upper right you'll see the market kitchen or something like that. Click that and you'll find all the recipes from the past couple of years that we've done to highlight all the products of our farmers market. So I will be back. Okay, So I've been already doing the onions and the garlic scapes for about 3 minutes. I'm going to add the mushrooms next. And I think I'll turn off the video again for a little bit so you don't have to watch this. But I'm going to let these cook down. And then we'll add the summer squash. And I'm thinking I might want to cook that a little more slowly too. So there might be a lot of back and forth here. Turning the video on and off. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. I think it's going to be really good. And how can you go wrong with oyster mushrooms? Oh, yum. I'm looking forward to dinner tonight. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, I cooked the onions and the garlic scapes for about 3 minutes. I have just added the oyster mushrooms. And I'm going to let them cook for a bit, not at a high temperature, just kind of let them cook and get the flavor condensed in them. And then I will be back, because next is the summer squash to be added. So here's a trick. I forgot to chop the stems, so I'm just using scissors to chop up the stems while they're cooking. Why not? So easy. Now I've added the summer squash, and I'm thinking it might need some more oil, but to start, I'm going to add salt, because salt helps bring the liquid out. So it will bring liquid out and self-cook in the liquid. So that was probably, oh, who knows, probably a third of a teaspoon of salt. And I'm going to let that go for a little bit. And if I think I need more minestrone to cook it in, I will add some olive oil. But for now, I think the salt will probably bring out some of the liquid, and it will kind of self-cook and steam. And I'm going to turn it up a little bit. We'll see what happens. So I added about a third of a cup of water in it, and just to add a little more liquid to steam it going. And I'm going to let it cook till it gets dry, and then add a little oil and add all the rest of the stuff. So, getting there. I'll be back. Okay, so it was 6 or 7 minutes for the squash. It's getting there. I'm now going to add the greens. Get those going. Oops, turn it down a little bit. Since they will add their own moisture. Oh, time to add oil. And I'm going to add some more oil, probably about 2 tablespoons. Down a little bit. Oh, it smells good. Okay. Let's give these a little chance to cook down a little bit, then I'm going to add the basil and tomatoes. The nice thing about working with fresh veggies is that you can do whatever. Just try out what works. Use up stuff that's left over. Kind of do a mishmash of whatever. Oops, turn it up. And just, how can you go wrong? It's all fresh produce. Okay, so now let's see. Oops. Knocking things out of the pan. That does happen. The squash is still a little crunchy, but you know what? I don't care about that because it will add texture. Greens are cooking down, so now I'm going to add the tomatoes. They will add more liquid to help cook things along. And my 30 leaves of basil. Let's see how all that goes. Okay, I'm going to take a little break and I will be back to finish off this dish. But first, isn't that pretty? Oh my goodness, I love all the colors. It smells so good. Can't go wrong with basil, you know? and onion and all that stuff. Yum. Okay, let me finish cooking it. Okay, I'd say I think it's ready to put over pasta. First I must try. I did add salt and pepper. 20 grinds of pepper and, yeah, I don't know, third of a teaspoon of salt. Let's see. Oh, basil, yum. Oh, this is really good. And I'm planning to top it off with grated cheese. I'm going to add sausage to this because we eat sausage. But this is just like this. It's just, oh my God. I have to have some more. Ooh, the mushroom has the umami. Good. Of course, you can season to taste. Sometimes adding just if you think it's like really good but not fantastic, pinches of salt at a time, and eventually it'll pop and be perfect. I'm going to wait to do that because the sausage is going to add different flavors to it. So I'm putting sausage in, and I'm going to heat it up a little bit, just to not too much. I want to get some of the flavor of the sausage into the whole mix too, but I have to say 30 leaves of basil. Okay, so there you go. There's a quick, easy way to use up veggies and stuff, and if you eat meat, add some sausage. And there you go. Here you go. Yeah, let's take a look. Yum. And there you go. And that's it. I'll put some pictures of it plated online on the website. Okay, thanks for watching. And go buy fresh veggies from your farmer wherever you live. Anywhere. Thanks.